My name is David Maraniss, and my book is Into the Story, a writer's journey through life, politics, sports, and loss. Into the Story is a collection of my work, mostly nonfiction narrative, some long form, some shorter form, from newspapers, the Washington Post and the Capital Times of Madison, some magazine pieces, and some chapters from my various books, dealing with the subjects basically that have been the obsessions of my writing career: politics, sports, various personal stories, and stories about loss. Well, the stories range from profile pieces of various politicians, including Barack Obama, Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton I wrote a book about, Barack Obama I'm writing a book about. Also Al Gore, Jesse Jackson, the former Louisiana governor, Edwin Edwards, to some of the narrative pieces I wrote based on some of the tragedies of the early 21st century, the 9/11 disaster in New York and Washington, D.C., and the Virginia Tech slayings, plus stories about some of the sports figures that I've written about, from Muhammad Ali to Roberto Clemente to Vince Lombardi, and a personal story about the death of my little sister, and stories about sort of my childhood. Well, the themes of my writing career, the central ones have been politics and sports. But in neither case are they just like pure sort of electoral politics or the games of sports. I'm fascinated by the sociology of both of those endeavors. Politics and sports usually offer a dramatic arc to the story. They involve winners and losers, and those are two things that appeal to me in terms of pure writing. But more than that, they offer ways to explore sort of the central movements of modern times, including the evolution of the issues of race and gender in terms of sports and politics, and the way that different forces shape human beings. And that's really what I'm interested in. I try to write with both the immediacy and history in mind. Immediacy because you want to capture a moment as it is at that moment, but also with a thought that I would like this to be a time capsule for the future, and not just seem sort of transient and irrelevant years, decades, even centuries later. So I always have that in mind as I'm writing. What will be important to know 10, 20, 50 years from now? What stands that test of universality and what doesn't? At the same time that I want the details to be so fresh and vivid that they evoke the moment as well. I hope that if the book imparts something to students of writing and journalism, and especially nonfiction narrative writing, which is what I do, it is that deep reporting and fluid writing are not separate entities but go hand in hand. They don't have to be in competition. That to do the best writing, you have to do the deep reporting, and also you have to think out the story. It's not just being a stenographer. It's finding a way to do the reporting and the thinking that lead to the best writing. You know, the ideal audience for this book, I hope, are people who share an interest in the forces that shape human beings and movements, and that really is what I write about. And so, you know, I don't think it's just for people who like politics or just like sports, but people who are interested in sort of the different strands of human forces. My name is David Maraniss, and my book is Into the Story, a writer's journey through life, politics, sports, and loss.